Picture this. You're 10,000 years ago. You cut your leg open on a sharp rock, deep, dirty, in a world with no antibiotics, no stitches, no antiseptic, and nobody within 1,000 miles who knows what bacteria even is. By every instinct you have, that person should be dead in a week. They usually weren't. And it's not because they got lucky, and it's not because life was cheap back then. It's because there was already a hospital on the scene, a full emergency response system, running automatically, without a single doctor. And here's the part that should genuinely amaze you. You're carrying that exact same hospital right now. But first, we have to clear something out of the way, because almost everyone gets it wrong and it ruins the whole story. You've heard that ancient people died at 30, so you assume they didn't survive, they just died young. Nothing amazing here. That number is one of the most misleading statistics in history. It's an average, and averages get destroyed by infant mortality. When a huge number of babies die before their first birthday, the average crashes even if the adults are living for decades. The real picture: if you survived childhood, you had a genuinely reasonable shot at your 50s, 60s, sometimes well beyond. There were old people. There were grandparents. So no, they weren't dropping dead at 30. They were getting injured, infected, sick, and surviving it, over and over, without medicine. Which brings back a much better question. How? A cut wasn't a cut. It was an open door. Any deep wound in a world of dirt and animals and no clean water was a coin flip with infection. And untreated infection is one of the most efficient killers there has ever been. Childbirth was genuinely dangerous, with no surgery and no way to stop serious bleeding. A bone that healed crooked could end your ability to hunt or walk, a slower kind of fatal. A bad tooth could kill you. A burst appendix absolutely did. And they had almost nothing to fight back with. Some plants that genuinely helped. Willow bark, honey on wounds, both of which we now know have real properties. Some that did nothing. Some that made it worse. Mostly they had guesswork, and each other. So how did anyone make it to be a grandparent? Because something else was fighting for them the entire time. And it never took a day off. The immune system was the doctor. It always has been. Think about what happens when you cut yourself. Within seconds, before you've even processed the pain, your blood begins to clot, sealing the breach without being told to. Then the area goes red and hot and swollen, and everyone treats that as the problem, when it's actually the response. Your body flooding the site with immune cells, deliberately raising the temperature to make it hostile to invaders. If something gets past that, you get a fever. And a fever isn't the illness attacking you, it's your body raising its own core temperature on purpose, running a controlled burn. The exhaustion? That's your system forcing you to stop and divert energy to the fight. None of this requires you to know anything. It's been running, fully automatic, in every human body that has ever existed. That ancient human wasn't unprotected. They had clotting, inflammation, fever, white blood cells, tissue repair, and an immune memory that got better every time it survived something. That's an emergency room, a pharmacy, and a repair crew, built in, at birth, for free. But there was one more thing. Without it, none of that would have been enough. The immune system needs time. Healing takes days, sometimes weeks, and during those weeks you're weak, slow, feverish, unable to hunt, or run, or defend yourself. In the wild, that should be a death sentence, and for most animals it is, but not for humans, because we did something almost nothing else does. We stayed with the sick ones. We brought them food and water. We sat with them, while their body did its work. We have skeletons from tens of thousands of years ago showing severe injuries that healed, people who survived broken bones and conditions that left them helpless for months. They didn't heal because someone treated them. They healed because their body could, and because their people kept them alive long enough for the body to finish. That's the formula. The immune system did the medicine. The group bought it the time. Right now, as you're watching this, that same system is running inside you, patrolling, checking, repairing, remembering. It has almost certainly stopped several infections today that you'll never know about. It's doing the same work it did for that person with the cut leg 10,000 years ago, because it's the same system, unchanged, handed to you intact. Modern medicine is extraordinary and saves an enormous number of lives every day. I'm not romanticizing the past, and please see a doctor when you need one. But even now, most of what medicine does is help your body do what it was already trying to do. Antibiotics don't heal the wound. They clear the invaders so your body can. The stitches hold the edges. Your cells rebuild the tissue. The doctor is the assistant. Your body has always been the surgeon. Your ancestors survived a world that should have killed them without knowing a single thing about how their own bodies worked. They didn't need to understand it. It protected them anyway, and it's still protecting you, right now, without asking, without credit, without ever once being thanked. You were never given a hospital. You are one. You always were. If this made you look at a scab a bit differently, that's the whole point of this channel. Subscribe, there's a new one every week. And tell me in the comments, what's the worst thing your body has healed from? I want to hear what it's pulled you through. I'm wired, and you're stranger than you think.